Hello everybody, welcome to a new video, and in today's I will be making my own custom handmade profile picture inspired by all the things I've done on my YouTube channel. I'm making this because I have finally hit 40 subscribers, so I guess you could call this a 40 subscriber special. But without further ado, let's start working on this profile. The first thing I did for working on this was I looked up some inspiration. I wanted there to be a big carrot in the middle because of the name of my channel, Carrot Crusher. So first I found some carrot clip art, referenced it a little bit, looked back and forth with the art software, which I've really never made digital art before, so this was a whole new experience for me. I made a pretty good carrot, which I was actually very proud of for the first time of me doing this. Grabbed some new reference art, and now it's time to start adding some other stuff. So now I had to start adding the little lines that carrots usually have and filled it in. I noticed that there was little white pixels on the outside in between like the fill and the brown line, so I was like, what do I do about this? And I could have swore I saw in some video that I watched, I don't know, in forever ago, that what they usually do is they have multiple layers for the different colors and outlines they have. So after struggling for a bit, I finally figured out how to get these layers to work. Had to redraw the lines and the fill. After doing that in a totally not more sped up time, I had to take these layers and kind of make sure they were there, and also color in the little spots where the white pixels were. Okay, so now you can see me zooming in and taking this. I was so happy that this was working, this little thing that I remembered. Taking the layers, layering the layers, and getting rid of those white pixels. Now, for the little lines, they also had that issue, so I had to recreate the color on them after taking a while to find the sample color tool. Now, after doing that, finally getting done with the base of the carrot, I had to make the ever so iconic stem. So first I started with one leaf, two leaf, realized that second leaf looked bad, and then did the second one and the third one. And now we had this little stem, actually ended up pretty good. Because everything was the same color, the outline and the leaves itself, I didn't really have to do anything with the little white pixels for the fill tool. Just had to color over them. Now it was time for my favorite part, the thing that I was most hyped for, the carrot juice. See, because my channel was called Carrot Crusher, I wanted to have crushed carrots, but we needed a big carrot on it, so it could kind of carrot, you know, carrots. So I made this little pool of carrot juice, which I was proud of in the end because it complemented the actual carrot very well, being a little bit darker, but also, I don't know, it felt so perfect. Right now, this is just a carrot over a pool of orange liquid, which is apparently carrot juice. So I need to add some special things from the games I'd played. So the first thing I decided on adding was my biggest hit on this channel, the Binding of Isaac. I made sure this whole thing was kind of small, but I wanted Isaac to kind of still be visible. So I grabbed some reference art to see what color he was, made a somewhat perfect circle, and started working on some other details. I initially wanted to give him an outline like it was in a reference picture I had, but I kind of realized that's a little bit cringy and looks bad, so instead I just stuck with a classic circle, gave him some little black dot eyes, but he kind of just looked like a pink blob, so I gave him the classic Isaac tears. And now he was looking pretty good. I felt like there was something missing, so I added a final little mouth after trying for a bit. I had completed Isaac, and he looked good, and I was pretty happy about it. The next thing I wanted to add as a tiny little homage to something else on here was Roblox, the original game I played on this channel. I tried to draw a kind of rough square until I found the square tool, and actually did something good. I realized both Isaac and the Roblox symbol both wanted to move when I tried to tilt it, so I had to make a new thing. Gave the Roblox symbol its own layer, and now I could tilt it as much as I wanted. Boom, now it looks like the actual Roblox symbol. and I was basically done with it. Now I can move on to the next thing. It took me a while to think of what this final mini drawing would be, but I figured that the most concurrent thing on this channel was probably tier lists. So I made a red square and put the letter S in the middle of it because in tiermaker.com, the S tier is always the red one. I mean, I've only made a few videos on tier lists, but they've usually done pretty well, and I'd say it's a pretty big staple of this channel other than Isaac and Roblox. The last thing I needed to do was turn this into the profile picture. I put it into Photopea after exporting the drawing and had to slide it into the profile picture ratio. I decided that having a little bit more white on the edges might look a bit better, so I basically just aligned it, made it on center, and exported it. Now here's the thing. When I exported it, Isaac's face was barely outside of the circle, so I looked at my profile picture to see if that's actually what happened, had to refresh it a couple times, but Isaac wasn't in there. I had to go back and move Isaac closer to the middle of the carrot so then he could be in frame. But now, after finally getting that fixed, going back into Photopea, redoing everything, recentering it, having to make a whole new project, all that stuff, I finally got it to be good. There it is, the final product, my new profile picture. Thank you so much for letting me hit 40 subscribers, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See ya!